gents, welcome back to the channel. Currently Friday morning, been for a nice little walk with Odin to start the day. And a little bit annoyed, took the drone with me and it didn't record audio on the first clip, so filmed it again, got back and realised I didn't film it on that clip either, which is fantastic. Great start to the day. But what I was saying was, today is a upper body bodybuilding session over at Pure Gym, and body's still feeling a little sore from Tuesday. The traps, shoulders, triceps are still feeling from that conditioning session, which I've decided I'm not going to try and include in these Friday sessions. Just keep it all just sort of pure hypertrophy and bodybuilding work. A little bit of inspiration from Sam Sulek as well, because I just want to get, like I was saying yesterday, a little bit more size to the frame. I'm seeing quite a bit of a difference in the physique changes. Chest is getting bigger, arms are getting bigger, shoulders are getting there, legs looking a bit smaller. But obviously that's because I'm doing a little bit less volume on those and focusing on running, so I probably lost a bit of weight in the legs there. But strength is there in the legs, so I'm going to add a bit more size after this high rocks prep is done. And today I just really want to go in and just absolutely, annihilate the upper body. So just adding a bit more volume on each exercise, an extra set, and one or two extra movements for the chest and the back. Probably do some sort of fly movement, maybe cables, dumbbells, whatever's available at the time. And for the back, maybe adding an extra cable row or pull down. I will decide one time then, depending on kit availability. But I'll be training there in a couple of hours or so. Just currently sipping on Cannonball Coffee as usual. Going for the maximum charge today, which is the higher caffeine content. So that'll see me through the day and through the session. I'm just about to have some breakfast of the usual oats, protein bar, banana, sultanas, and all that, because I'm actually feeling hungry this morning, which is a surprise. I don't normally feel hunger, like I mentioned in the previous videos. So that means I must be training hard. Obviously hit legs yesterday, they're feeling it a little bit, in the quads and glutes particularly. And the safety bars and the lunges. I also stayed in the extra glute work, which I forgot to mention yesterday. But feeling pretty good with training at the minute. I think I'm just going to up the volume for these sessions rather than trying to up the intensity. Both really, because the more volume is more intensity as well, isn't it, I suppose. So I'm looking forward to that session, and then it is to work this afternoon. But that being said, let's go and make some breakfast and enjoy that. And here is breakfast, just the usual oats, protein powder, said it before. And today is in a mixing bowl, so the other bowls are dirty and in the dishwasher waiting to be washed. I forgot about last night, but it ain't the end of the world. Also decided to come inside because it's getting a bit chillier outside, so I can move just to get a better angle for the light. No, but autumn is definitely on the way. On the walk this morning, the tree's definitely turning. The tree within 2 days, they're on from green just to that sort of orangey brown, which I really like. Can't wait for it to get a bit cooler. I just love autumn, the way I can do it. It's the sort of burgundy t-shirt, and I'm a winter baby as well, so. Also half Scottish, so I put a warm bloodedness as well. And there is an Odin hair on one of the sultanas. They just get everywhere. It is just, wherever you go, is always either Odin hair or my hair. We are both very hairy, but yeah, there we go, Odin hair, out. I don't want to jinx it, but this clip is using one of the other batteries, which seems to be working. It might be one of the batteries that's a bit dodgy, but this one seems to be recording okay. Famous last words. But I'm going to enjoy these, watch a bit of YouTube while I eat, and then do some editing before hitting up the gym. Today feels like it's going to be one of those days, just overthinking things, editing for too long again, so running behind schedule, and then thinking, is anyone really going to watch these videos that I sort of spend time editing? But again, I've got to remember, this is a hobby of mine, not my full-time job, although that would be nice to have it as a full-time job. I've got to not let myself get caught up in all the analytics of things, so the views, the likes, the watch times, although it would be nice to have that YouTube partnership. And also another thing to make it one of those days is that me speaking on the battery before saying how it's working and it seems to be working fine. It wasn't, and literally just before this clip it cut out on me, so that is great. Luckily I had time to charge the actual Canon battery. I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy some extra Canon batteries just to save that hassle of having to charge it or just get very short clips with the other battery. But time to head to the gym, let out these, wouldn't say frustrations, but just help put my mind at ease for a little bit, just to, you know, stop overthinking things, stop overthinking content and videos, who's going to watch. If you're watching, sending out my thanks. It sounds weird. If you're watching, you know, it is very much, the view it and like, subscribe, whatever, it's very much appreciated. Hopefully you will be along for the journey with this channel, wherever it may be, however long I stick with it for. But for now, it's time to head to the gym and hit upper body and just get swole. Swole's the goal, size of the prize, so let's get going.
Go to the shower and we changed. That's when I first saw it. I was like, oh my god.
And we are outside the gym, just finished my pre-workout. It's already kicking in, already getting itchy face and tingly hands. But I just wanted to say this, a little pet peeve of mine on the drive here. It's people who drive below the speed limit. Now the road behind me on the way here is 40 miles an hour. And he was driving just below 30, which I feel that should be sort of against law as well, just like driving too fast is. Although I'm a responsible driver, I stick to the limit. But it just slows everything else down and just annoys me basically. That's my little pet peeve. People who drive slow, so don't drive slow, just stick to the limit. Anyway, time to head inside. This pre-workout's starting to get me really itchy faced, sort of all across my forehead and in my cheeks and in my palm of my hands. I also noticed the other day I cut myself shaving. Don't know if you can see that around there. Just sliced myself with the derma blade, but it is what it is. So let's get in and, oh, coffee van. But let's get in and get benching. So here we are for set one of bench with the 40s. Bench has been in fridge. So here we are with set one of the 40s on the dumbbell bench. Warm-up's feeling pretty good. I'm also having to use a bit of chalk because hands are starting to get a bit sweaty. I've got wearing these joggers because it's getting very warm. But triceps feeling a little bit fatigued, but pretty strong. So we'll see if we can get 4 sets of 8 with these. So let's go for that first set. Didn't feel too bad. Getting rest around an half 2 minutes between sets. I also think I may have started a bit light in this training cycle. Again, there's still 10 weeks to go. From next week I may try and go heavier or still keep the volume at 8 plus reps, but we'll see. We'll skip ahead to the last set to see if we can get all 4 sets of 8 reps. There's no point showing you the 2 because it'll just be a waste of time and I haven't got much memory on this card, so probably 2 sets of each movement or 1 of each, and then I'll probably read today's training. So here we are, 4th and final set. That 3rd set was a bit shaky. That last rep was tough. I had to take a bit of a rest, but 4th set, see if we can get those 8 reps. Oh, rest a little bit longer for this one, rest about 3 minutes. Because I want 8 clean reps. Tough last set, but pleased to get that done. So the next week 42s or the 40s for 10s. I'm not sure what's to be here, but on to the first pull of the day. So thankfully I've remembered my straps this week, saying that I can't find them. So I'm able to do a bit more on the rows. I found one strap. And just to take away that need for that grip strength. Although I'll be doing some farmers carries a bit later on to train that grip, so that's not getting too much neglect. But today's all about that bodybuilding and growing those lats on these rows rather than letting the grip be the limiting factor. Again, keeping these, just the second movement I can go a bit heavier than normally than last week. But add an extra 10 kilos on each side, I think, or just 5. And going for 4, 5 sets of 10 on each arm. Again, imagine rolling that pinky towards the body, literally just keeping that grip relaxed. Just pulling with my fingertips, just keep that strap in place. I put some weight on, I felt quite comfortable. It's gone for that extra 5 on each side, just to increase that weight ever so slightly. Because those 10s were feeling fairly comfortable. I had a few more, at least I reckon 4 or 5 more reps in the tank. I just want to stop around 1 or 2 shy. I dropped my strap right into my nose and that was really irritating me. Again, this way it feels perfect for those 10 reps. I feel like I could have squeezed out 2 more, but they've been definitely that failure, that RPE 10. So do this from further. Just wait for 3 more sets after the side. Rows done. I had to use a little bit of body English to get the last 3 reps out, but still controlling that eccentric, which is key. Ouch. Definitely going to be feeling those. Definitely going to be feeling those next couple of days. Now time to move on to my second pressing of the day. I think I'm going to do something a little bit different rather than a shoulder press. Here's the second pressing movement of the day. Going to go for this incline press or high incline press, working the upper pec and shoulders. Again, mixing it up for the second press just to get a bit more variety and I feel my upper chest is lagging, like I've mentioned before, and this sort of hits that chest and shoulder tie-in. I may even add some extra front delt work at the end of the session just to, again, just get more volume in. But see how this feels. This is probably maybe a warm set, maybe first working set. We'll see. Going for those 10 to 12 rep range. Yeah, that's definitely a warm weight, so we'll stick some more on. Well, that next weight will probably be first working set, because I was kind of getting there. Perfect weight. Again, using the sort of inked neutral grip handles, just so I'm keep the elbows tucked in to get more of a stretch in that pec. Just keep the focus on those, because obviously if I go too wide, so this angle of the shoulder starts, even that is pain from the shoulder, doesn't want to sit there. But this angle is just perfect for that pec power. So go for 2 more sets of this, and then onto a vertical pull down variation of some sort, depending on what's free. Okay, I feel like a proper gym bro using this single arm cable pull down, because both lat pull downs are being used. So again, I don't think it matters too much what sort of variation it is, as long as still working that muscle in that range. Most picky for bodybuilding than for that hypertrophy. Like the way I say it is, so you've got the 2 main movements. You want to get better at first. Example today, it's me for my dumbbell bench and my rowing. As long as they're done in order, then sort of mix and match really, depending on what you feel like. Again, nothing to do with muscle confusion, just training muscle and making the most of your time rather than sitting around waiting for the machine to be free. Improvise, adapt, overcome. Where to Bear Grylls. The final move for the chest to goals is some cable flies. So I've low tied to that upper pec, shoulder tying, although it probably doesn't make much of a difference. But what I like to do is I like to bring my palms up and bring my pinkies together, just because when you take your hands out, obviously that opens up the pec a bit more, because the pecs are involved in externity in the arm. Just with that, attaching to the shoulder, onto the pec, just chatting nonsense. Yeah, just 2 sets to failure really. Oh, this is tough. I've done flies for a very long time. the chest scores done for the session. Only a set of 15 and a set of 10. So they are well and truly fried. Now on to another variation, and then arms, and then that's the session done. Good job for this last variation of the session. Going for the slightly wider grip, neutral cable rows, whatever you call them. I'm not a huge fan of using the really narrow, really close grip. Just find that's too much bicep and upper traps. Whereas this one, it's sort of just inside shoulder width. So I can get the lats and traps engaged a lot more. And hold the sort of top of the handles. I like to have a little bit of cheat just to get more of a stretch. And then well, and the upper back round. I think these traps for these sets are a bit slippy. But yeah, let them upper back round to get more of a stretch. Not sure if it's placebo or not, or just a nice feeling getting that stretch. Batting back and then rowing in. Not going too crazy, but really focusing on that stretch and feeling that lat and trap contraction. Going for 3 sets of from 12 to 15 reps, just that higher volume, just to finish off, get a nice back and trap pump. I just finished with some arms for the triceps. Instead of going for the kickbacks, going for just a single arm press downs, but make sure that top of the arms behind the body, just to shorten that tricep head. Again, got this one from good old Jeff Nippard. I think it was about 10 and 12 then, or 12 and 12. I don't know, but 2 sets of these. Probably going to swim with the curl variation. Well, might not film it just to save time. That'll be the session log for today. Some seawall lunch. Got an hour to get home, change, and get to work. Wish me luck. Just enough time to sneak in sets of curls, so that might below a speaker. So maybe you can hear me or not. Again, just imagine I think I was turning those pings all the way up. Keeping that weight there, just really tiring the biceps. Sets of max reps now being done. So that was a very good session. Feeling nice and pumped up after that, although I feel the last few movements were pretty rushed because I was pushed for time, or I'm pushed for time. It's currently 2:05. I need to be in work for 3, so I need to get a move on. Is this zoomed out enough? Nope, yep. But no, good session. I like the volume. Obviously the flies and the rows were extra, so that obviously added extra time. I need to remember that for next time. I also need to work on my time management with editing, walking the dog, because this morning I had an extra half an hour faffing around with the drone. So I may just cut that out for future when I've got a busy day. Don't mess around with the drone when I've got a bit more free time and not trying to stick to a schedule that I've set in my head but not written down. Maybe need to start writing things down. And what I was trying to say earlier with the flies was, I think I got a bit confused, not confused, but just rushing, and that extend rotating your hand, because your pec attaches onto your shoulder. By extend rotating it, it just adds a bit more of a stretch onto the pec already, and then as you fly, it's just obviously more stretch, more contraction, so on, more muscles damaged, and then more muscles growing back. But enough rambling, head home, lunch, work, food, bed, run. So I'll catch you all either at work or home making lunch, whichever I've got time for next. And here we are, back in work. I say back in work. Here we are in work, just in time, giving me 5 minutes to spare. I don't know what I've got for lunch. Again, it's sort of a major first world problems. Remember to bring a spoon this time. I've got 100 grams of oats with 80 grams of salted caramel Wheatos. Obviously top that with a bit of pink Himalayan salt for that hydration. Because again, I sweat a lot during training, so good to get the sodium back in. And I have 2 milk protein shake, got this from Aldi, 20 grams per drink. Got the chocolate one there, that's got the salted caramel one there, so I'm probably going to put the chocolate in here and just sip on the caramel. Give this a whirl. I've had this a few times and they are very nice. You're like 95p, so stocked up on those, got a load in the fridge. Got a strawberry one I am yet to try. Don't know how much milk in these? 330 ml, so more than enough to soak into the oats and the cereal. But this should time me before dinner. I am useless at meal prep. Didn't have any chicken cooked. I went out the other day to get chicken and I realised I had some in the freezer and I haven't batch cooked any yet because I am useless. But also before I did have a handful of squashies, 5 or 6 of those. But I'm already feeling the effects of today's training. My mid-back is sore, chest is feeling, and my biceps, so they are going to be rather interesting over the next couple of days, just that increase in volume. Also, I'm not sure how to vlog tomorrow's long run, take the GoPro with me, because I'm going to try and get out from the streets by at least 7:15 in the morning, so I'll be up early, out with Odin, home, change, and then straight out. Might try and run a little bit further than last week, maybe aim for around 12 to 15k, see how I'm feeling, see what I am doing time wise. Yeah, this should time me over until dinner, which I may show you, may not, but definitely, mine's definitely feeling a lot clearer after today's sort of little brain fart, would you like, about overthinking things. I seem to not get in my head too much and just post things for me, and just because I like my content. Well, I suppose everyone likes their own content, otherwise they wouldn't post it. But I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But sort of creating it for me still, and just still trying to grow the channel, grow on the socials. Links to those all down below, TikTok and Instagram. And I'm very tempted to get back to streaming because EA FC comes out next Friday. So I'm very tempted to pre-order that. Well, the pre-order comes out next Friday, so that's very tempting to get that. Get started on that again. Another year of misery and frustration. Anyway, gonna wrap this video up here. If you want to see you at dinner. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you're new, smash the subscribe. To notifications, all jazz. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.